Hello, my beautiful people. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Depends where you are in the world. It was a bright day today here, very sunny, beautiful, and it just so energizing. It's so beautiful. This is another because in my previous video, the one I did before this video, I was talking about cleaning your energy. So when the sunlight comes, it's very important. It's really, really important that you open your windows. Even on a cold day, open your windows for at least 5-10 minutes. Or it's not just opening your windows, leave the curtains open, let the sun come in. Wherever the sunlight goes, it cleans the energy, cleans your space, your environment for you. That's why even for us, yes, vitamin D, I know, but we also need to go into the sun because it cleans our energy. I'm going backwards because I can see the lamp is on because obviously it's not enough daylight now. So I don't know, I think like the light is going from both directions going in my eyes. One is the lamp and the other one is this the ceiling light. Anyway, so that is another thing. Being mindful, being sensitive towards whatever we're doing is very important. That doesn't mean that you become paranoid. That doesn't mean like you're literally watching every step. Well, it's important. Be mindful when you take a step wherever, in whatever direction, but that doesn't mean that you start being paranoid or you start thinking like you have to be extra careful. Some people are just too careful. That holds them back. They can't take chances in life. They don't go with the flow. They don't trust the organic way of living. They just think like they are the one who are going to design and decide every single thing in their life, and if they can get control, they may be in other people's lives too. Wrong perception, wrong approach. Because why I'm saying it wrong, because it's not really a positive thinking. It's not a positive behavior. It's not a positive behavior. So you grow as a person, let other people grow too. Here what happens, we're just pulling each other back. Sometime in the name of relations, sometime in the name of friendship, sometime in the name of business partnership, sometime in the name of making somebody feel guilty, like, oh, you're a human, you have to do it for me. Let it happen. Let people be there for you or not be there for you. Don't hold them back. And if somebody doesn't want to be there for you, just don't hold grudges. Don't hate them. Don't say, oh, this person is not a nice person, they're not a good human being. That's not for you to decide. They will have their own reasons. Some people don't have time. Some people are just too occupied in their own everyday life. Some people just don't know how to manage their own things. So how they can get involved with yours? High expectations. Thinking like, I'm in this world, so I should be the center of attention. I should be the center of every thing that is happening around. No, that's not right. You're not the center of the attention. You should be the center of attention for yourself. You are the most important person for yourself. Because if you don't look after yourself, if you don't respect yourself, if you don't love yourself, you can't give it to anybody. What you don't have here, as a person, as a human being, as a soul, you have to generate it. I keep saying this. You have to, whatever you want from outside world, from people, that you have to have inside you for yourself. Starting from yourself is just so important. Otherwise you can't do it. If you don't respect yourself and you say I respect everybody else, it's not going to last for long. Somewhere it's going to collapse. If you say I love everybody else and I always keep myself behind and I don't love myself, that means you are fooling yourself. If you don't love yourself, it starts from here, the feeling of love for yourself, and then that feeling actually starts flourishing and expanding and going around. Anyway, coming back to the energies, cleaning. So the sun is another source of cleaning your energy, your space and everything, providing you let it come in. And the other thing is, if you buy whatever clothes you're buying, now it's not just that you're buying the used clothes. Some people buy all used clothes. It's happening in the world, so that's why I'm saying it. There's nothing wrong with it, but make sure you wash them properly with the hot water and everything. You clean the energy on those clothes and then you wear them. And when you buy the new clothes, my suggestion, I don't want to say advice because who am I to advise somebody, but my suggestion will be, as a fellow human, please wash them. Why? Because we've got, in every store, we've got trial rooms. People go there. You must be doing that too. You go there, you try the clothes. I'm so reluctant of trying the clothes. I really don't like trying clothes. Sometime, if worst comes to worst, if I have to do it, then I know I have to go home and immediately take a shower. Because other people have tried those clothes on too. And even when you're buying with the tags on, you're buying the new clothes, they've been tried on. So unless you ask them for a fresh piece and they have that in stock, it's fine. But if you're buying something from the rail, if you're buying something from the display, then there's no guarantee. Some people must have, other people must have tried it on, and you're wearing the same clothes. So you're walking around with that energy. You're thinking like you're wearing the new clothes. But no. Now some people say, so what do we do with the shoes? Shoes also get tried on. How much you can protect yourself? The answer for that is, when you buy the new shoes, when you try them on there, then keep the socks on. Make sure you have the shoe liners or socks on, so your foot, your skin is not touching. It's also hygienic for other people and for yourself. Most of the big stores, big shoe shops always keep those shoe liners, and they give you, and then you use them, and then you try the shoes on. But still, when you bring those shoes home, for that night, you leave them with the alum. Alum is, we call it pitkari. Pitkari is in my language, in Urdu, but also in Hindi is pitkari. But you can ask for alum. Alum is English word for that. And then powdered alum, you just put in a tissue, wrap it up properly, tape it if you can so it doesn't come out, and then after that you just line the shoe, the inner layer, the inside, where the sole is, where you put your foot in, you just put that there. Just leave it there overnight. It will suck out all the bad energy. If you are lazy, you can't find alum, you can't do it, you're not bothered, you don't want to do it, I understand. Okay, some people don't like doing things. Then in that case, I will give you another option. If you can obtain it, maybe that would be much easier if you can find bay leaves somewhere. So, or if you have sage in the house. In my previous video, I did talk about sage. It's an energy cleaner. So you just put that in the tissue, wrap it up, and then put it in your shoes, and next morning, those shoes are fine, and then throw that away, and then when it comes to the stones, because in my last video, I talked about the stones and my experience with the stones too. Some people like wearing stones, they love stones, but the drawback here is, whatever we do in life, try to do it consciously. Now, stones, people think they are lifeless, but they're not. I mean, they don't have no life of their own, but they have energy. They're not breathing, but they have the energy. They've been somewhere, whichever rock they're coming from, whichever environment they're coming from, whatever weathers they've been through, everything is on those stones. That's why you must have heard like, oh, the stone, the people who know about the stones, they tell you, if you have this problem, then wear this stone, or if you have this health issue, then wear that stone. In some religions, in Islam actually, some stones have been mentioned even in Quran. So stones are not really worthless. They're not. They have their own importance. Everything that God has created has its own importance. So the stones have their own energy. So that's why they say wear this or that stone, because that wherever the stone has been, whichever environment that stone has been, whichever rock that stone is coming from, that rock's temperament, that environment, those weathers that has been through, and how it affects the human body, that's all there. So when it comes on your skin, and that's why people wear, if they're wearing a pendant or a ring, it's always mounted on the top, but from underneath is bare, like there's no frame, there's nothing, so it can touch your skin. It just touches your skin. Your skin is sensitive, your skin is alive. You know that, don't you? And this is the largest, organ in your body. So your skin actually absorbs it, the stone's energy and stone's nature, whatever it brings in. And that's how you can benefit from it. So when you're wearing the stone, be very, very careful. Make sure that you know which stone you're wearing. What does it do? Is it for you or is it not for you? Yes, with your horoscopes also you can see if it's suitable for you or not. Or with your date of birth, if you know your birth chart. You know if you have your birth chart, then you can do that. Otherwise, now everything is, online. Now, I'm not saying go online and just surf it. No, I think it's better if you just go for somebody who knows about these things, who knows about stones in person. So they can give you a better advice. But you can also search online and just see whichever sounds like more authentic information, just go for it. And so so the stones don't heal you. It's God who heals you. Stones are only because like God has made everything else, like whatever medicines people are using today, they're all coming from plants, whether they are the Ayurvedic medicines or they're homeopathic medicines or they are herbalist medicines like herbs, or they are the conventional modern these allopathic medicines. The base is always coming from the plant. It's the plant essence. And then obviously in allopathic medicines it gets loaded with to make it quick, it just gets loaded with so many other things, which are chemicals and other things. Well, in some other, like aromatherapy, I was doing aromatherapy, and in aromatherapy the essential oils are really the pure of the purest. They are very, very pure. That's why they're literally distilled oils. They don't have grease in them. People who know about essential oils, they must know that they're not greasy, but we call them oils because they are the plant essence, right? And then they have their own. So I'll do another video on essential oils. Today I'm talking about the stones. This is how I get straight away. So anyway, carried away. Because when you clean the stone, first of all, you need to know why you're wearing that stone. Just don't buy any stone and wear it just because it looks pretty. Unless it's not a stone. If it's not a real stone, it's fine. If it's plastic, it's okay. If it's an imitation, then it's okay. But if it's a real stone, then be careful. Be mindful. Because every stone brings its own energy. Every stone brings its own effects. You don't want to be a prey of something that you don't want in your body. Some stones are not not every stone is for everybody. Like not every medicine is for everybody. So just be mindful. The other thing I want to say, once you have found out which stone is for you, I will go in more detail about these stones. Especially I want to talk about turquoise and sapphire. Very sensitive stones. Very powerful, but very, very sensitive stones. And they can take you there and there. Not the stones, but the effect. Like I said, the thing is, because they have an energy, they have their own effect. So that's why stones affect your body. They're not alive, your body is alive, but everything that has energy and any kind of effect, it will get penetrated in your body. It will get absorbed by your skin. And then obviously it will affect you in a positive or negative way. The other thing is, once you bought a ring or whatever jewelry you're wearing, whatever stone you're wearing, then make sure you clean it regularly. Not every day, but if you can clean it at least once a month, it's very important, because stones are very, very quick in absorbing other people's energies. Like some people just exchange their things, like, okay, I'm wearing this ring today, you take this ring tomorrow. Sisters, friends, people close to each other, living together. It's not a good idea. Clean the stone first before giving it to somebody else, or that somebody should know that they have to clean it before they wear it, after somebody else has been wearing it. Same goes when you buy a new stone, when you buy it from the shop. So many people, if it's a, say, if you bought any stone's ring, you brought it from there and you started wearing it. You don't know how many people had, tried it on so many times. Obviously, it happens, like so many people have tried it on and then it comes to you. So clean the stone before you use it. How you clean it? I can give you a tip. Very easy. If you have lentils in your house, or if you have rice in your house, I think every household has these two things. So what you do, you just take a little bit of rice, like stone is like about this size, so you take maybe a handful of rice, and then you put in a bowl of rice, and you just cover that stone with that rice. So it's like buried in that rice, right? And you leave it overnight. And then next morning, you throw that rice away. Make sure you don't give that rice to any birds or any other life. It's not usable at all. It has to go somewhere where it goes straight in the bin, disposed of. It should not be given to any living being. No. Because it sucked out all that bad energy from your stone. So it's not going to be good for them. So that's why throw it away. That's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is like in the moon night. When you have a full moon night, then you leave the stone, especially with turquoise. I always advise people, I always tell them to leave the turquoise in wherever the moonlight is coming, on the windowsill or wherever, in a bowl, and leave it there. So it gets clean. Next day, you've got a clean stone. With sapphire and some other precious stones, there is another thing that you can do, and that is rose petals. Take rose petals and put that stone in the rose petals in a bowl, and then leave it overnight. Next day, throw those rose petals away and use the stone. So these are 3 ways that I can tell you in this video how you can clean your stones. But don't never wear a stone, no matter if it's your pendant or if it's in a ring or a bracelet or however it is, but do not wear it without cleaning it, please. Make sure that that stone is for you. That's first thing. That's very, very important thing. There's another thing that I can tell you, especially with 2 stones, but generally with every stone. But with sapphire and turquoise, if you have a sapphire or turquoise and if it's new for you, then make sure that you wear that stone in the night and then sleep. For 3 nights, wear them in the house. Don't go out. When you go out, take that off. If it's a ring or whatever it is, just take it off. Wear it only in the night when you're sleeping. 3 nights. And if it's 3 nights, in 3 nights you don't get nightmares, if you don't get scared in your sleep, if you don't have bad feeling, if you didn't get any kind of health ailment like God forbid a disease, coughs, colds, anything, that means like the stone is okay, then you can wear it all the time. You can even go out with it. But with the new stones, especially with the new sapphire and new turquoise, don't go out, please. Ideally, don't drive, don't go out. So yes, that's what I can say. And I think it's very important to clean the stones. It really is. Stones are very helpful. I thoroughly enjoyed dealing with my stones. I still love holding them sometime and sitting down with them. Some of them are here, some of them are in some other country, but yes, I like having my stones around. And semi-precious stones are not really that expensive, so you can use them in your day-to-day life. They can be very, very helpful for many things. Like I said, crystals are not very expensive, so you can always buy crystal pointers or crystal pendants and you can wear them, and they are very good energy cleaners. So yes, keep clean, keep happy, because life is beautiful.